call this meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Could you do roll call, please?
Keisha Johnner.
Here.
Jim Mueller.
Here. Can you hear me?
Sorry, Jim's trying to be online, I believe.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
We'll keep going. Steve McCombs. Here.
Entertain a motion for today's agenda.
Move to approve today's agenda.
I'll support.
McCombs.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
We'll move on. Johnner.
Aye. On to item number 3. This morning, I would like to introduce Nora Noonan. Nora is with the Economic Development Department, and Nora, I would ask you to come up. Dan is our Economic Development Director. He is out this week, but Dan did request that we introduce Nora. And Nora, if you could give us your official title, and you can just go right there, honey. Oh, you're fine. Okay. Go ahead.
So everyone, I'm Nora Noonan. I am the communications and outreach coordinator for economic development. I'm super excited to be here. I am originally an Eastern Iowa gal, but I'm super excited for this new role. Originally, I moved to Pelton about a year ago, had been making an hour commute, and so I'm super excited that I got the opportunity to meet Dan and come to this role. It's been a great experience so far. So thank you for everyone that helped give me a great welcome.
No, thank you, Nora. I appreciate it. And welcome to Marion County, and we're excited for the addition. And I know Dan is especially excited for your assistance. So thank you so much. Is there any other communications? Seeing none, on to public comment. This is the portion of the agenda during which we can hear from the public that are on items that are not sorry, I'll start back over. We will hear from any public comment about any item not on. If you're here to be heard from the agenda item, please wait until that item is discussed and we'll go from there. So is there any public comments? Anything online? Seeing none. Entertain a motion for today's consent agenda.
Move to approve today's consent agenda.
I'll support. If you can hear me.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
On to business. Item number 1 is presentation of an Employee Years of Service Award. As some of you are well aware, we've been doing this for several years, and I want to thank the HR department for helping assist us with this. On this, I want to thank the employees that are present with us and those that are listening online. We have quite the accomplishment, and I'm going to start with 5 years of service. 5 years service is Kimberly Riefelt, she is with Facilities and Maintenance Department. Nicole Skippers, which is IT and GIS Department. Ray King with Public Health. Christina McKinney with Recorder's Office. Marshall Cochran with Sheriff's Office. Haley Sharp, Sheriff's Office. Lauren Miller, Sheriff's Office, and Jared Van White, Sheriff's Office.
I'd like to do the 10-year service award. Thank everybody for the service. Ross Gibson with the Attorney's Office. Stacy Hollis with Public Health Department. Max Beaver, the Road Department. Randy Carruthers, the Road Department. Gary Eischen with the Road Department. Andrew Schuhart with the Sheriff's Office, and Ivy Short with the Sheriff's Office. Thank you. Also, I have 15. So I have Chrissy Lee with the Attorney's Office, and Daniel Graves with the Auditor's Office. Thank you.
I have 20 years, and 20 years is Joe Kennedy he's with Facilities and Maintenance Department. And we do have some awards that we will be giving out. Joe couldn't be with us this morning, so I believe Steve is going to take Joe's to him. And then we have 25 years. In 25 years, we have Ann Kinsley, which is with the auditor's office. And with us today, and Ann couldn't be with us this morning, so congratulations, Ann. We are grateful for you. And then this morning we have John Johnson and Melissa Poffenberger. Melissa Poffenberger is with zoning. So if we could please, we'd like to hand you these plaques. Or if you could come up, please. Thank you. We appreciate your years of service.
Thanks to you.
We'll take some pictures from the other. And Melissa Poffenberger. 25 years. Thank you. If we could, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the other room here.
Okay.
And we're gonna take some pictures real quick. We will be coming back, just taking a quick minute.
After you.
Emily, please let me know if you can hear me.
I would have thought. Isn't that something? Yeah, it's really weird, strange, but. Like. Yeah. Yeah. Jake just. Be here in the service everywhere. Then you have 14 years. Nice, because that's young.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, of course,
Good back. And again, I want to express our gratitude. Thank you for those in years of service. We are grateful. You are what made our county great. And so again, we have no further comment. I'll entertain a motion to close discussion.
Move close discussion.
Support.
McDonald.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Johnner.
Aye. On to item number 2. Item number 2 is resolution 2026-87. This is FY27 Iowa Community Assurance Pool, known as ICAP. This is our renewal for our liability, property, and cyber. So forward before us today, and we have Mr. Ziller with us to explain a little bit further what we're looking at. And Scott, I will give it over to you.
Thank you. Last year, at renewal, the board of supervisors had expressed interest in getting close to different carriers, just to see what we stood in the marketplace as far as premium goes. One of the other companies in Iowa, ESC, is a municipal carrier, and we've been before them before in the past. They declined, but this year they did entertain it. Tanya, she's online, had worked with them. The county policy is a fairly significant policy, so it took them some time to get all the information back to us. And so once we received it, we combed through it to find the differences. We've also used artificial intelligence to do a deeper dive institute the differences due to the marginal data. In short, EMC came back with a premium that's about $14,000 less than ICAP. But in the review, we provided a summary to Jacob of these differences that that $14,000 really doesn't make it for the lack of coverages that they have. One of the ones that we talked about year after year is the aggregate. So with ICAP, there is no aggregate, so we have a $2 million occurrence, it's really unlimited. Whereas EMC's program is 2 million with a 4 million aggregate. So after 4, there is no coverage. The 4 topics that we really kind of just brought out here, the aggregate being one of those, the cyber liability, they only offer 200. We got 2 million. And the property coverages, we actually had $4.9 million more in coverage. So if EMC could have poured that and indicated that $14,000. So after that review, which I think has been provided to the board of supervisors, our recommendation is to renew with ICAP.
So I do appreciate that. I do appreciate your assistance in going out and getting us another bed. I want to make sure the public understands that we are trying to be very cautious and responsible with the tax money, and but it does make sense to us, even though this premium is a little higher, the coverage is much better, and to stay with ICAP. It is good as a board to be able from time to time to be able to go out to bid, and I do know that you know, even though this premium is rather large, but as everybody's insurance, it has gone up, you know, over years, and even your homeowner's insurance has gone up significantly, so. But Steve, do you have any comments or questions?
No, I agree that we're getting more bang for our buck.
Yes. Yep. Great way to put it, so, yeah, I see no issues with this, and entertain a motion for approval, resolution 2026-87.
I move to approve resolution 2026-87.
I'll support.
McCombs,
Aye.
Johnner,
Aye.
Thank
Thank
Scott.
you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Item number 3 is Marion County Special Event Application. This is from the Knoxville Chamber of Commerce, the Knoxville Nationals Parade. I did hear from facilities, and Chris Nestaby stated that he had no issues with this. Is there anybody online regarding this application? I know this is pretty much a format we do year after year, but I don't know if there's anything online.
I don't see anybody online, but if we did, I don't know that we're gonna be able to hear them right now.
Okay, so we're having some issues with the. Okay, all right. Good. So, Steve, do you have any questions? I think this is always, this is a great tradition, something that's been done for many years, and the parade is very well attended. They're just seeking to use the gazebo, so.
No, it was standard operating procedure.
So entertain a motion for approval.
I move we approve the Marion County Special Event Application.
Support.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Item number 4 is a renewal of the Class C retail alcohol license for the Countryside Wedding and Events located at 1995 Highway 5, Knoxville, Iowa. This is again one that is brought down from the state to us. I'd like to ask Sheriff, do you have any questions?
No issues.
concerns? No issue, okay. All right, again, this is another one that's formality. Everything has been paid and there is no issues, so I see no problems with this. Steve, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, entertain a motion.
I move we approve the renewal of the Class C alcohol permit.
Well, support.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Moving right along, item number 5 is Central Iowa Regional Housing Authority. This is an update. Mr. Egan is with us today. Mr. Egan represents the board. was a former supervisor and has been able to carry this on for representing us at this, and he comes to us from time to time and gives us an update. So Craig, thank you. We are grateful for you serving on this, and we'd love to hear it.
Good morning, thank you for having me. As you know, I serve the pleasure of the Marion County Board of Supervisors on Central Iowa Regional Housing Association Board. I have for you Chairman Johnner, Supervisor's most recent copy of our audit.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I used to have a couple of things that I thought you might find interesting that I would share with you. This,
So I need to give you this back thing.
no, I think it goes to Jake.
Okay, all right, great.
This is a breakdown of the counties and the cities served within the six served by the Central Iowa Regional Housing Association. As you see to the right-hand side, Marion County is very low. We have, because Knoxville has their own housing authority, the numbers here are low in Marion County, but we're still a part of this authority and they appreciate our involvement. Again, it's broken down. Story County and Dallas County are the highest numbers there. We will serve outside of, obviously outside of Knoxville, and so we do have vouchers in Pleasantville, and that's what you see on that. An idea of very quickly of what we do. The people we serve here shows that our number of housing authority people served, the total is in the area of just under 900 now. And at the bottom of the average half there you see is that for June 26 was $645. That comes, I know it's a small part of what we do with the housing authority, but yet I know you found it interesting in the past. Just an item that is somewhat concerning, but there seems to be nothing we can do about it. We do have the program where the vouchers can be ported out. If anyone can come from anywhere in the country and come into Iowa, to this authority or another one and make application. They should end up be on the waiting list for a while, but can make application for a voucher. And once they receive a voucher, they can actually go wherever they want and use that voucher, and it refers back to our authority, and we have to pay that amount. And where on the paper I just gave you, it showed that our average.
I'm just trying to figure out the average.
Average assistance would be within what, $645. This shows that some of these would have been pointed out to other areas around the country that can be from $1,500 area up to $2,000 or $2,500 sometimes. I talked about this, and again, this is not a large part of what we do at all, but I know you found it interesting before. We have talked to Senators Grassley and Ernst about this, and they just say they can't seem to do anything. I guess maybe the senators from some of the larger urban areas really, they don't care if they change this or not, as long as we're paying the bill, that works all right for them. But anyway, things are well with the Central Iowa Regional Housing Authority. We have our current director has been with us for about a year now. We did have overturn there a bit that I shared with you before. We had a long time director, and she retired, and we hired a new director that we thought would be for probably a period of time, but he took retirement earlier than we expected, and we were able to promote from within. We did a wide search, but it's still, now that we were able to promote from within, the longtime assistant, and it's worked very well. Our authority is considered to be very efficient, and we're happy to serve the people who need housing assistance.
Craig, I appreciate this always amazes me how much, what's spent in Iowa versus, Illinois. Let's just,
Right.
majority of it's in Illinois. And, on an average, you're looking, what'd you say, 645 in Illinois. You know, if I just divided out how much was spent in vouchers, divided by 7 is 1896. I was not a terrible place to live, affordability wise, right?
Exactly.
I do notice that oftentimes these vouchers, they don't change, the numbers generally don't change, and so it seems like once somebody's on a voucher, it seems like they stay on a voucher. And I guess that would be the question I would want to know to legislators, the federal legislators is, how do we get them so that they're not continuing to stay on vouchers, right?
Well, there's always encouragement, and there is a program where people have been on a voucher for a period of time, can actually receive a portion of that back when they reach it, and they're, have better employment and their situation is stronger, and they can actually receive a portion of that money back. Or a matching grant, I guess you would say, and that works very well, and we have some real success stories with that, we feel good about. But, you know, there are things, again, we generally feel good about being able to help people, and sometimes they're concerned, but we have strict rules in regard to, you know, they have to be accepted and have clean records in regard to law enforcement or any drug abuses or things like that. So.
And that's good to hear, yeah. Steve, do you have any questions regarding this?
Well, I asked the questions last year.
Well, I think it's, you know, I think it's good that Marion County stays a part of this and they appreciate, when I talked to you, Chairman Johnner, before about when it comes time for annual appointments, the board seems to appreciate our involvement and to stay active there. I am the representative, Chairman Johnner is the alternate for the board of Surha. So, you know, I will serve at your pleasure as long as it works for everyone.
Yeah, no, we appreciate your expertise in this because it is one of those things oftentimes you find in boards. A little bit of history goes a long way, you know, when you understand what's going on. So thank you again, Craig, for your willingness to serve, and I appreciate your updates. And again, it's always something we can put in the back of our minds and be able to talk about, but you know, the senators and congressmen. So yeah,
Yeah, thanks for the info, Craig, and appreciate what you do, Ray.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Entertain a motion to close the session.
So moved.
McCombs,
Aye.
Johnner,
Aye. On to item number 6, this is the Iowa Department of Agriculture and Land Stewardship. This is an easement for access and completion of the abandoned mine reclamation activities of Noah and Wilcox East. So, forward before you, and Hale is with us today, and Hale, this is what is known as what, the Wilcox reclamation type?
Yes, yep, so, the area in question could be more the shooting range and then, just north of that on part of our public hunting area. I know we kind of briefly talked about it during the budget cycle there, but. So due to the joint jurisdiction of it between the conservation board and then the sheriff's office / supervisors, the attorney general felt it's just easier to have the supervisors or their designee sign off on it, so.
We're not going down into here.
That's not our property, so I'm just talking about ours, yep, so the project goes down into 4 property owners, so. Further that big, long pack of email that I sent you, yep, so essentially. It's gonna, I'll do it on this one, so let's step on here, so it'll come up in the public hunting area, down through the shooting range. Then it comes down onto this property owner, a little bit here and a little bit here,
Okay.
that's coming before, yep. So. Our portion is kind of where my hand is, essentially, it's gonna be reclaimed, so obviously the giant spoil piles here in public. And then a number of them on the law enforcement side right there too, maybe a little bit on this little farm brush too. Then down into here, our private property. Back up out of this, about right there, yep.
So if I understand this correctly, Kale, sounds like the landowners that have been affected have signed off.
Yep.
It's now before the county to sign
Yeah,
off.
we're the last one, my knowledge, that.
Yep.
Just the way the meeting fell, everybody else is.
And then it could go to bid.
Yep, so it'll go back to the state, they will take that, they'll put a bid package out, and then it'll go out for bid, and then, the intent is to have the project start. Sheriff, correct me if I'm wrong, we talked about it, through bid letting, they can't start before that, but they can mobilize and stuff in September, so, yeah.
I know some of the confusion we had was the. When the mining took place at different property owners.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a standard document, but all property owners have to sign off, they're impacted by the project, yeah, so. It's been going on for 3 years, I don't know, started before I got here, so, yeah.
So when signing off on something such as this, and you talk about enhancements to the shooting range, or, I mean, obviously this is going to make it look much better.
Yeah,
Then, what happens with that? Did you kind of tell us?
so they'll revert it as close to a natural state as you can after it, something like that. So the sheriff's office range, we'll still have the shooting range and everything, we'll have the public hunting area, and it's all gonna get ceded back to natives. And then we're gonna help the sheriff's office to manage their part. That burn education, that management strategy on it, so on our portion. Private landowners, if they have cattle, they can graze them or sheep, whatever. Essentially, it's just reverting the hazardous ground that occurred from the mining process back to the native state.
Okay. And how long do these projects typically take? Do we have any idea?
In a perfect world, the actual construction takes a year. They allow up to 2 years for the construction phase and then 5 years of monitoring. So if there's a hot spot that blooms back up, it's got high acidity and the pH or something with soil, they'll come back and neutralize it essentially. That's what the monitoring is for the next 5 years, so.
Yeah, because that, the other side of the road. Look,
Yeah, that the whole Wilcox Wildlife Area looked like that until the 80s when they did the first phase of it, and then now this is essentially the last portion on the county public hunting area and then obviously the sheriff's office side too. So.
Jason,
Yes, sir.
will your department to kind of be involved when the dirt work starts, so they know
Yes.
what you guys are wanting out, the gun range?
Yep, we've already had multiple meetings to talk about all that. That's all been part of it. They've asked on different sides they're great communication in regards to when they want to come in, when they don't, when we're gonna have shoots, when we're not. So it's been great. I mean, working with Kale on it and accommodating. The biggest thing on just for the access is they're gonna be coming in off of T-17 there or whatever. And so with that access road coming in and out, obviously I had concerns maybe on the traffic side, but they said there wouldn't be any issues with that when we met with them. So should be overall a good project for the whole side.
It'll look a lot better.
So
Yeah, it'll
are we giving them any thoughts on how we want it to look?
Well, yes, and yes, and
I mean, if we're looking at a 100-yard, 200-yard range, and
yes, the rifle range will be extended to the north on that side. And then the hardest thing is some of the landowners obviously had concerns about the burn and the shooting side. So we're leaving that at a high range for the safety side or whatever on it, instead of, when we talk to them, we're still gonna be, shooting into that bank for the safety issues, and they reassured us that will all stay.
that was my question. Are we going?
Yeah, no, it'll all stay the same in regards to the high bank area or whatever on both directions of which we shoot. It actually, like I said, it'll extend out the rifle range a little bit longer.
Should enhance it.
Yes, so it'll clear that area or whatever, and make it a little bit better along that side of it.
Cross creek to get some.
Yeah, well, and that's, we've worked with the landowners, there's still gonna be an easement. That's going to go up across on where Kale was kind of telling you that on that north side. There's a farm access that goes up to those two properties that are there. We're moving that a little bit to the north or whatever, but they're still gonna have that access that comes up between. So it'll help on the safety issue because they're gonna be farther north away from where we normally shoot. But it's gonna give them a better access up onto their property. We had discussions about, it's like, doesn't mean that's open range for everybody, on
So
crossing it.
So Linder will be accessing the same
Same road as what,
farm.
same road as what the north farmer will be using. Everything will go up there the same. And it's, I mean, obviously, we're still gonna have control of it or whatever for the safety side or whatever, but we're gonna allow the access for, use.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do now on that
It'll
side.
just clean it up.
Yeah, it'll just clean it up and make it easier access, for everybody along that side. One question, and this is something that, I mean, we've kind of been talking about, but as they start to shape it, and we haven't really got into it, there are companies that do lead, reclaiming or whatever in regards to that range side of it. It's something that we probably want to look at in the future as they start to move this dirt, move things around. It's like contacting them saying, okay, are you interested in coming in? I mean, removing some of that lead that's along that bank or what that we have. I don't know if it's profitable, not profitable, you know, we'd have to look at that to see.
A lot of that in there.
Yeah, but it is something that that, so my recommendation, we put out a bid or ask to pay what would this, cause if we're doing it now, we might as well kind of do it all at the same time. In regards to that construction side of it, because that's gonna shape what they would do on that reclamation, would also kind of lead into what they're shaping on that back
I was
stuff.
gonna say, if you do a whole bunch of reclamation, that's gonna degrade the back stuff.
Right, exactly, so you wanna kind of do them in combination, in my opinion. So, but that's down the road on it, but as for the project itself, I think it's gonna make it look a lot better. It doesn't impact our building or any of our range area on that side. They're staying away from that, so won't have any issues there.
Well, yeah, I just so we're.
Yep. And,
Not too many hours in there to see it.
100%. And yeah, actually, like I said, it's, that range is very important to us, and not only just us, but other state agencies use it. It's become a very popular range for the state patrol, the DCI, the different people, because it is such a nice range. So we want to continue to have that for, you know, obviously the training side on ours, so. But shouldn't impact, I mean, it should just enhance it, not be a negative impact.
Awesome,
Okay.
thank you.
As long as we're involved.
Yep,
No, I appreciate, Gail, thank you for bringing this before us, and thank you. Office for doing the agreement. And yeah, so I'm keeping a lot of thought with it, but so there's no further questions regarding this. I can entertain a motion
What's the motion?
to agree to the easement of access and completion. I'll support.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Item number 7 is the FY 27 Marion County opioid settlement funding agreement. This is with Full Circle Recovery. Or, the last meeting we had, we signed an agreement with this. And, it was brought to us that there was a couple of different word changes that they wanted to be able to change. And we did not, get that changed before the last agreement. So I thought it was important that we just, for transparency, we put this before the board again. And make sure everybody was in agreement. The contract amount is not changing, it's still for 6,000. And Jared, looks like the verbiage change is on item number 3, it'll say peer recovery support services. And item number 4, on the second bullet says IT program services and equipment. Right? Yeah, just some minor changes, but they felt that they needed to have that changed in the agreement. And yeah, I wanted to make sure the board and the public understood what we were changing. So.
Shouldn't be any substantive changes, it just more closely reflects what their work is going to be, so I apologize for having to bring this back. But I thought that they had already approved this, and apparently there was some miscommunication, so.
Yep, no problem. This was somewhat of an easy fix, so. Yeah, I have no questions for this. So.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you.
Yep. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the new agreement. The full circus.
I move to approve the Q agreement.
Possible.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
On to item number 8, Board Supervisor updates. Mr. McCombs, do you have the updates?
Nope, I have none.
I have just a 911 meeting tomorrow, and other than that, I believe I don't have anything further. So No other further updates, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move adjourned.
McCombs,
Aye.
Johnner.
Thank you, everyone.